Welcome back to turn 11 of Panzer Scenario 75, second Alamein. So, where we are with turn 11, we've broken through and we're trying to push as far as we can against the Germans. We have pretty much defeated the initial anti-tank company, Panzer tank company up here. There's just one unit left, which we'll try to spot and go after here shortly. But now we've got to go after the Panzer company. That's the gray numbers back over here. And that's going to get a little tricky for us because there's a number of them. As I scroll back there, you can see a lot up on the hill, and you can see a lot down here as well. I'm going to try to go for the road to speed us up as much as I can. But first, we've got to get through this big open space over here with 4 potential enemy units right in here. So let's get to it, see how it goes. So first off, turn 11, spotting phase. All right, so all the Commonwealth are spotted because they're moving or they fired or something to that effect. So that's pretty straightforward. Germans, there's nothing capable of being spotted yet. We don't have anybody really in range of it. What we will see probably the next turn is this recon unit, the AEC ones, Mark ones, will get in range a little bit closer and be able to hit them as long as they don't get killed first. So we'll see about that. So anyways, we're going to go to the command phase and we're going to start putting out our commands. It's going to be our typical usual stuff. We've got 16 commands for the minefield group. So let's get those placed. First off, I'm checking my command range so I don't get out of command like it did before. And we're all in range here, I think. Yeah, we're looking good. And I think I had checked over here and they're 9 away. So we're all good there. So we're going to start putting on some moves. So let me get them all on here and then I'll explain everything here. I think these are all going to be pretty much moves that I had going along here. Here we go. So yeah, they're all moves. Nobody can see anything, so pretty much everything is moving and not firing. You can see we're pretty dispersed with our units, but as long as you stay in a command range, we'll be okay. The mortars back here, I think I'm going to race them up the track as quick as possible to keep them in range and cross the minefields down through here. Next group is the cruiser squadron. That's these guys up in here. Not there, here. This stuff, these guys right over in here. They're going to get 5, and the AEC ones, of course, they get their independent commands. So we'll just get those all marked up over here, all moves. AT company, you can probably guess what they're going to be. They get 10 commands. It's all going to be movement. Moving, moving, moving. The battalion headquarters, they are down here. And they are going to also get moves. And then the medium cruiser squadron, it's these guys over in here. Again, they're all going to get moves. They're all going to keep moving as much as possible. So the initiative phase. So 50 or greater, the Commonwealth gets it. They get a 57, so we will get the initiative as the Commonwealth player. All right, so we're the first player. So the firing, there's going to be no indirect fire, of course, and there's going to be no direct fire because we didn't place any. Now the Germans may have some direct fire here. Now just checking ranges in terms of what they can engage. And number 8 is going to do a command check because they can see these units all in here, and we're actually going to try to go after the tanks over here. I think either this, no, it's a scout car, either the AE1. Oop, I don't want to do that. Let's move that back. There we go. The AE1 or the Crusader. That's right behind him. So he's going to get a fire marker. He's going to take a shot as a 75. Well, let's go check a fire action first. Nearest, most dangerous, which again is going to be. In this case, it's actually the white scout car because this is firing as a 75mm gun, so the GP effects are going to be are going to be more for that. Excuse me. So he's going to go after the white scout car to try to knock him out. Now you do have the rifle unit up here as well, but he is slightly less effective over in there. So we are going to take a shot. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. That's right. I totally forgot about it. Slight change. The main enemy unit here, because this is the Panzer Company, is the Panzer 3J with a long gun. Now his long range is 12, so he cannot engage. So he's going to change to an overwatch instead of a fire. I'd forgotten about that. I'm just checking some of these other ranges, and all these others will probably be overwatch. I'm going to wait and actually get the commands when we start moving. They'll start triggering overwatch over in there, but most likely these are all going to be overwatch because they're slightly out of range. Now this number 10 up here, he is in full cover, so he can't see anybody over here quite yet. We're going to have to wait on him until they get closer. Okay, so let's go to the movement phase. No hand-to-hand, no close assault. German move. Number 19 is going to check to see if they've got a move order. 82, now it's going to be an overwatch. And 20 is going to do the same thing. Overwatch. And number 8 is already set. And number 10 is going to check. Now they're static, so they're going to be a plus 20. They're going to remain in Overwatch. And now it's our movement. So we've got a whole bunch of Overwatch on us, so this could get pretty messy for us if we don't watch out. So here we go. The infantry is going to move first. Not quite in range yet, I don't think. Now we move up, and now he can now, I think, spot him. Yeah, he's going to fire at the at that moving infantry unit as a 75 millimeter, because that's the main enemy unit for the Panzerjäger Company. So he's going to be firing point blank range. It gives him a 5. Veteran, Overwatch, moving against a 1S. It's a 5 to 1. So suppression is going to be 39 or greater. Effective is going to be 68 or greater. Pretty good odds. Oh, they roll a 28. They miss. Okay, so now that triggers a spot activation on number 10, not number 8. Sorry, that was a mistype on my part. So he is spotted, and he's actually a fake counter. So he disappears. Okay, so next movement, we're going to move up the other company, or the other squad, and now get some of the scout cars to drive up after him. Now at this point, we can potentially do Overwatch, but he's going to hold his Overwatch, I believe. Yeah, he's going to hold his Overwatch because there's some juicier targets potentially moving up here, like the AEC-1. Now number 19 potentially can engage him, or number 20 could engage him. And that's what's going to happen. Number 20 is going to engage him as a Panzer 3J at long range. So it's going to be a veteran moving Overwatch. To hit is 27 or less. So we'll see what happens. 94, that's a miss. Now we'll do a spot activation. Rolls a 52. He's a fake as well. Alright, so 2 of the 4 units are fake. So far so good for us as we move along here. Now the other AC1 moves up again, and number 19 is now going to potentially take a shot. Or no, it's not. Okay, you let him come. The next one is going to come up, and now the rest of this cruiser units are going to come up. Yeah, I think I got a little over anxious. We're going to let them come up a little bit farther. These guys are going to hold their fire a little bit, try to get them to come up a little bit farther so they get a better potential shot, given the 2 misses we've had so far. So the rest of the British units start rolling up. Some of the anti-tank companies there moving up now. And they're just moving up behind everybody, so no chance of shooting. And we've got some of the engineers. Oh, the AE-1 up here had a bog check, and they were successful, so they can move out. And they moved around. I kind of moved it just straight ahead, but they can move around to over there with their movement. And then, let's see what else here. We've got the trucks with the mortars. Yeah, moving down there to the south. And now let's move down here a little bit so we can see what's going on down here. So we get our Scorpions moving up. We've got our White Scout cars. We've got the medium cruiser squadron moving up. And some of these others, another AEC-1. And there's engineer truck. Some more Shermans. And then the battalion headquarters. And he's going to go up around there as well. Okay, there we go. That's all of our movement. So let's go to the adjustment phase, which I think should go pretty quick. There's no pivoting because nobody's there. Turret adjust, there isn't any. Everybody looks in good shape. Full cover adjust, no. Suppression, no. Suppression adjust, no. Morale, so counter adjust just to get rid of extra counters. And we end the turn. So there we have it, the end of turn 11. A lot of moving up. We did discover two locations that didn't have any units there. Still got two more to get through. We've also got these two guys who potentially will move, because once we get into range, like I think this guy's now in range, they'll get commands and they'll potentially get a move command and maybe come down and start attacking us as well. So could get interesting here. So far so good. We just keep moving up and keep moving along here. So let's move on to turn 12 and see how that goes. Okay, back with turn 12 of Panzer. Scenario 75, second Alamein. So after turn 11 here, we're right where we left off from there. We have two unknown units out in front. We've got our whole force kind of stacked up here, slowly moving their way, trying to get down towards the road and to utilize that going forward here. So let's get to it and see how this plays out as we continue to make contact with the Panzer Company. So it's turn 12, spotting phase. This time I think we're going to start to see some stuff because the AEC Mark I has the capability of seeing stuff. So for instance, he's going to try to look at number 19 here because he's close enough now. And he can see it because he's at a range of 10. And he needs 10 or less to get them. Vehicle, because these are vehicles, is the main enemy unit. Remember, it's a Panzer 3Js. They're in the rough. So that's going to give a -2, but it's going to be a +1, which means it's a 10 or greater. He's at 10, so he's going to be spotted. So we're going to do an activation roll. Rolls a 1, so they're going to be real. Number of units, 2. So let's go for each type. First one's a 91. It's a rifle unit. Ooh, interesting. And they will be located in the rough itself. Once I get that out there, there he goes. There we are. Now it did have them actually over in number 5, which was way over here, but I think he'd be in the rough. I'm going to override that and have him be in the rough, just because he'd be more protected. Yeah, I'm going to leave him in the cover. Next one rolls a 77. That's an 88 millimeter. Rolls a 4. Now with him, a 4 is down here to the south. Now I'm going to leave him down here because my thinking here is these rough patches are really hard for trucks and heavy vehicles to get in there. Never mind trying to position a 88 in there. So I'm going to leave him down here. He's in pretty good position, even though he's in open cover. I'm going to leave him there. Just leave the infantry in the rough patch. So now that same AE1, he's going to try to spot number 8 up here, and he does. So his activations, 46. Ooh, it's a fake one. So 3 out of the 4 were fake. Ooh, that made it lucky for us. So now we're just checking some ranges for commands. So number 7 and number 9 are going to get commands because they are within their command range. So they'll get them later. Of course, all of our Commonwealth are spotted, and we'll go to our command phase again. So just checking to make sure everybody's in range, command range, which they are. Now let me get all the markers on here, and then I'll explain what the tactics are going to be. A lot of moves still, because there's a lot of people behind. And let's see what else we got here. There we go, that's it. All right, so a lot of movement, particularly with the infantry and everything. The one unit that I'm not moving, this guy has the 2-inch mortar. He's going to get a fire command because what I'm going to try to do is if things go horribly wrong over here and I start losing units, I'm going to have him drop some smoke, I think right about here, to try to block the 88's view of the advancing tanks over here. So that's why he's got the fire. Everybody else has got to move, to keep on moving and try to move up. So next is the cruiser squadron. Just checking their range. They're all going to get moves because they're really not in range to shoot. The 81 down here, he's going to get a fire because he's going to try to use his coax machine gun. It's a little different. Actually, let me just quickly show that. The 81s, if you haven't seen them already, are a little bit different with the coaxes because they actually have a separate GP column because there's no GP for the main gun, the 2-pounder. So they have the GP as the coax. So in this particular case, we don't have the box around the ammunition over here because it's going to be using its machine gun to actually do that. So it's a little bit different than the base game, but still, you know, very effective. So he's going to use that to try to suppress or do something to the 88 over here. So continuing on, got some more move markers. Now we go for the AT company. They're pretty much going to be moves because they're moving up behind. Battalion headquarters, they're way over here. Someplace over here. Oops, not there. Over here. And they are going to get some move markers. They get individual move markers, so they're done over there. Medium cruiser squadron, that's these guys over here. You can probably guess they're going to get moves because they're behind and need to keep moving. All right, initiative, 50 or greater. Hopefully we get it and we can go after that 88. Oh, no. German's the first player. Okay. Fire phase. There is no indirect fire. German fire. Okay, here we go, folks. This could get nasty quick. So the 88 is going to check for command. Rolls a 3 plus 20 is 23. It's going to be a fire command. Pretty straightforward. And he's going to fire right at that AE1. It's going to take out the guy who spotted him, or tried to. So what it's going to be is the 88 fires, firing at the AEC Mark 1, medium range, veteran, moving. Veteran and moving pretty much cancel each other out. It's a +2, -2 for that. So it winds up being a 50 or less to hit him. 89. Oh, missed. Okay, so he stays alive. That's good. I don't like those, the AE1s. I lost that one up there to the 75 earlier. So now he is fired, and now the command for the rifle unit command check rolls an 83. He goes into full cover. That's pretty good for us. We're still going to have to deal with him later, although he doesn't have any Panzerfaust or anything like that, but he can still be a nuisance if we don't take him out. So now we go over the CW direct fire. The E1 Mark 1 fires GP at the 88. Extreme range, so it's a 1. He is elite though. Short halt, open 1S target. So it's going to be a 45 or greater to suppress, and a 70 or greater to be effective. It's pretty good. 30% chance of hitting him. Let's see what happens. Rolls a 6. That's not very effective. All right. So now the mortar is going to try to fire smoke over here just to protect them a little bit. And he doesn't fire. He fails. So they don't get smoke. Okay. So next is the move phase. So we're moving first. We potentially do have some overwatch from these guys back here. I forget. I don't think I did a range check on this, but yeah, there's 12. That's the triggering point for a command. So we've got a little wiggle room at the moment, but we'll see how it goes. So there's no hand-to-hand or close assault on here. So there's no German. Well, I'm going to do command checks for the Germans over here, and they get a 38 for number 7, so he's going to be an Overwatch, and then I do number 9. He gets Overwatch as well, so they're not moving as well. So we're pretty much set. And I should have had that done second, but I did want to get the commands on here just in case we move into range somehow. So now it's the Commonwealth's move, and we're going to move up that AE1 a little bit, and he'll get into a little bit better position, trying to get out of his arc, 88's arc that is. Deployed some infantry down here. Let's actually zoom in here a little bit so you guys can see it. Deployed infantry to the to this area here. Try to put some suppressing fire on him. The 88 that is. We got some more moves up here, moving up the Crusaders. I kind of went all in with the Crusaders. I just said, hey, let's go after him. Try to get as much fire on them as possible. The 88's only got one shot to our multiple tanks moving up, so gonna try to get him, suppressed with one of our tanks. Infantry units moving up, White Scout cars moving up. Now we've got the Matildas moving up down here, or I should say the Scorpions. They're pretty slow on cross country. And we've got the other platoon down there of the White Scout cars. And here comes our headquarters for the minefield group. And then we move along here, just checking some ranges. And there comes another AEC1, trying to play catch up. And we've got some more Crusaders moving forward. Now we've got our Shermans moving up as well, trying to position to get some shots or at least deliver some smoke. Okay, moving up some more of the trucks. Those are the heavy machine guns down there moving up now. And then we've got the battalion headquarters coming forward, getting through the scrub and where they blew through the minefield. And here come the mortars up in there as well. What do we have left? Okay, we got some cruisers up here. And some of the AT company as well. Moving some of the Brens up behind just to give a little space. We'll still be in good range, command range that is, but we'll just kind of move these up out of the way so we don't get log jammed in one spot. Okay, what else we have here? I think that's getting close to about it. Yeah, there's the adjust phase. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit for the adjustment phase. I don't think there's a lot here for that. We do have the 88, but I think he's going to be staying forward because he's got enough units in front of him. Turret adjust phase. Do have one turret adjust. I'm adjusting these right over here. Zoom back in again. These Shermans, the first platoon of Shermans over here, so they can shoot at the 88, because I think they'll lay down smoke if none of these guys achieve any suppression or effective hits. Full cover adjust really isn't any. Suppression adjust, again, nothing. Morale adjust, nothing. Counter adjust. And there we have it. So that's the end of the turn. So there we have it. We zoom out here a little bit again, see where we're at. We've discovered an 88 and infantry units up here, kind of protecting the first line of the Panzer Company. And we got to face off with them next turn. Now we got plenty of firepower up there, but I'm afraid we're probably going to lose one unit. to them, if not more. But hopefully we could get some good firepower on them from infantry units here. White Scout car, these tanks over here, these tanks down here, and this infantry over here. So got plenty of firepower on them, and that's going to be the key, keeping a mass firepower on them. What I worry about over here is these guys, 7 and 9, activating and moving. Once they get moving up, down, up behind us over here, that could be really hard on us. But I don't want to dedicate units to go up there and challenge them, because as long as they stay out of spotting range, they'll be a little less effective. So we'll kind of have to see how that goes. But that's the end of turn 12. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please comment. Love to see the comments. I typically try to reply to them as soon as I can, and look forward to the next set of videos. So thanks for watching.